say the swarm is corrupted. What did the fallen Xel'Naga Amon do to us?
He desired our strength, the ability to steal essence. But we were independent. We would not follow. And so he bound the Zerg to a single overriding will. They lost their identity and became his slaves.
The hive mind. That's Amon's corruption?
It is. And a terrible fate for a strong primal Zerg.
My queen, why did we wake the Ancient One? Its power outstrips even yours.
The Ancient One is key to unlocking the power of Xeris, and I need that knowledge.
Will it not destroy us?
It's called a gamble. It's something Terrans do when their instincts tell them the time is right.
I see. Just as when the Terran James Raynor came to Char to return you to your original form.
Yes, just like that. The thing about gambles, Isha, is that sometimes you lose.
And welcome back. StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm. This is Episode 8, The Crucible. We are getting into it, Devitron.
Primal Zerg. Unacceptable. Must be wiped clean. No trace left. Destroy Primal Zerg.
What are you talking about?
Saw ranged Primal Zerg creatures on battlefield. Based on Hydralisk. Primal Zerg stole design from Swarm. Swarm on planet for hours, days, already being replicated.
Abathur, are you upset?
Unacceptable. Swarm's power, ability to assimilate strengths. Primal Zerg must not take from us.
Don't worry about it. They'll be on our side before I'm done here.
So, Abathur getting a little touchy at the, the local fauna here. Mutalisk mutations, vicious glaive. The glaives bounce around more, something like that. Rapid regeneration. That's actually not bad, but you really got to micromanage and pull them out of combat to get it to work right. But this thing, Sundering Glaive over on the right, absolutely boss. +9 damage to armored units. Now the glaives no longer bounce to other targets, but this thing is just like you win the game. This is it. Put that mutation on your Mutalisks and you win the game. No, in all seriousness, the reason that's so good is because armored targets are like buildings, bunkers, tanks, stuff like that. And you end up having to do a lot of that, so that's why it's good. As for Kerrigan, gained some levels so she gets more life and damage, but no new abilities because she hasn't unlocked the next tier.
Travel to the birthplace of the Zerg. There, you will be tested. You may be torn apart. If your rage makes you strong enough, the power of Xeris will be yours. You have come to this place, seeking power.
Power to kill Mengsk. Tell me what I must do.
The power is more ancient even than I. It comes at great cost. What will you sacrifice to have your revenge?
Everything.
You must feel the power. It calls to you. Go to it.
The Primal Zerg have been alerted to your arrival. They are coming for you.
Abathur, send me the creature you've been working on. The swarm host.
Adapted using primal essence. Spawns locusts to kill enemies.
Zerg inbound. Root swarm hosts to begin spawning.
Who asked you? Here they come. Let's get this over with. Push ahead. There's not much time. Nothing stands in my way.
Primal forces eliminated. Your path is clear.
This world is... The swarm hungers. The swarm never rests. Get going.
You are close. The moment draws near. Is your hate still strong enough to make the necessary sacrifice?
Let's get this over with. Push ahead. It's a pool.
The first spawning pool. It existed before names. From this primordial place, the Zerg arose. Within, one essence split into many. One devoured another and became stronger. The first Zerg. You will have your power, and you will lose yourself. Evolve. Transform. Transcend.
Recommendation: avoid pool. Catalytic fluid will overwhelm Queen's body. Not strong enough.
The Queen's hate is strong enough. And if I survive, it will remake me. I will become more powerful than the old Queen of Blades. Isha, defend the Hive Cluster and the Chrysalis until I am done. Or dead.
As you command.
Okay, so here we go with the Crucible, which might actually be the hardest mission in the game. Everyone's going to say it's one of the later missions, and they are genuinely difficult, but by then you have so many tools, and Kerrigan is so powerful that they almost become trivial compared to this.
We need more swarm hosts. Morph more from the larva at our hatchery.
As for this new unit, the Swarm Host, this is the only time I'll use them, and they are actually what you need to make to beat this mission, but the problem with them is they're just pretty fragile and not very good on their own. You need a lot. Like, if you can get 100 of them, they're just, you know, you're unbeatable, but until you have that much, they're not very good.
The remnants of Brack's forces gather nearby. They are preparing to attack the Hive Cluster. Route our swarm hosts and crawlers by that entrance.
And I have to say, this is some pretty good quest design here from Blizzard. It's a very fitting theme to this mission. Right, we have to protect Kerrigan and the Chrysalis as she re-becomes Zerg. And not just Zerg, but Primal Zerg. And if you recall in Wings of Liberty, the mission in which we took her Zergness away from her by way of the Zelnaga artifact, we had to protect that artifact. And this mission is extremely similar. This central position, attacks from all sides. There's even this kind of like, remember, we could activate the artifact here and there, and it would just kind of shoot out a wave and help us kill a lot of things. In this one, the swarm hosts are going to be able to summon locusts, and that's on a short timer, and without it, you know, you can't really get through the mission and whatnot. So some very, very striking similarities to All In from the last game, and I just think it's nice synthesis, you know, kind of literary synthesis and good storytelling and quest design from Blizzard.
I sense another pack of primal Zerg gathering across the basin.
Hear me, broken Zerg. You have killed Brock, but his pack survives. I claim their territory and their essence.
The primal Zerg factions have engaged each other. We must remain focused on protecting the chrysalis.
We require more Vespines.
I have not forgotten you, broken pack. Your leader sleeps. She will not wake. My pack will feast upon your essence.
Yagdra's pack is preparing to attack our hive cluster. Ready our defenses.
Okay, so the first two waves successfully defended. They're not too hard. Got to shift back to the left side now. And we've got some good progress going. And again, like All In or other difficult missions, if you don't do things in quite exactly the correct order, then it's very unforgiving. You're probably going to wipe.
Mutation.
So, third hatchery going up here. Second in our main base, we have the third one
We require
over on the
more
right
Vespine
within that
gas.
natural expansion area we got. We've got 5 total geysers going. I don't know if they're all manned yet, but those are happening. Upgrades coming along, etc. So, you know, creep spreading and everything.
Entity Isha have made important discovery. Primal essence gathering within pool. Can use spawn many locusts to defend hive cluster from primal attacks.
Another wave of primal Zerg is inbound. Spawn the locusts now.
Essence collects quickly, use frequently.
Okay, and there's that spawn locust
We require
button in the upper right, just like activate Zelnaga artifact button that was in the same spot. So you see what I'm getting at. It's the similarities are there, and again, I don't think it's just let's regurgitate this type of mission. It's you know, at a literary level, it's fairly obvious to me, at least, that it's thematically connected. As for the rest, just we got to keep pumping out static defense. A lot of times it will get destroyed, but even if it just slows things down, that's really good.
Yagdra has sent a force of primal flyers to attack the chrysalis.
the hive cluster is under attack. Our ally hive cluster is under attack. Mutation complete.
Okay, we're doing pretty good, but we're behind on a couple things. First, we need to get more static defense over on our natural expansion. You don't need much, but like maybe 5 or 6 spine crawlers and a couple spores. Otherwise, it can get overrun. And then we're behind on swarm hosts, the actual new unit. You can't keep moving the 4 you start with from side to side. You're eventually going to need to just get a whole heap of them. and we're a little bit behind on that.
I sense a massive primal Zerg emerging. It seems to be wild.
Tyrannosaur, savage, extreme physical prowess, essence useful, must acquire.
That will not be easy. We will have to cross the battle between Brack and Yagdra's packs.
Mutation complete. Spawn more of
Both packs are moving against us. Prepare for a pincer attack.
the hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster are under attack. Our allies are in combat. Our allies are in combat. The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Mutation. The hive cluster is
Our queen's metamorphosis is halfway complete. Maintain our defense.
Okay, with the static defense and the Locust, was able to hold that left side without any swarm hosts. And here I'm sending Mutalisks to attack the Tyrannosaur for the bonus objectives, and then just having them come right back once they're done with that.
These primal packs are constantly being reinforced. We should try to get around them.
under attack.
Tyrannosaur sample acquired. We'll research primal essences further.
Okay, so the Mutalisks did their job, and
Mutation.
you can see here starting to really pump out some swarm hosts. So we just gotta reinforce these lines, and then also on the bottom, that kind of rock wall, that's gonna go down real quick. So I'm starting to reinforce that with creep and spine crawlers, etc. So everything's looking good except this, and I go, oh my god, I haven't put any defense up here, so I have to hurry and get this up. Otherwise, you can lose this, and that would be really bad. You really need these resources. But it looks like I remembered to do it in time, so we're going to be okay. This ended up being a pretty nice take.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. The hive cluster is under attack.
Yep, see there? Just in a nick of time. I mean, that could have resulted in a wipe if I hadn't gotten those up, and I was really behind on that. Usually I get them up before that, but I had forgotten. So,
The hive cluster is
but yeah, we got through it. This is looking good, and now we just have to just build. More swarm hosts, get them all around, more static defense, hold the line, spawn locusts when you need to. That's pretty much it. We're done with the Mutalisks. We only really made them to go get that Tyrannosaur for the bonus objective.
We require more
So from here on
minerals.
out, it's just reinforce
We
everything
require
that we're
more
doing.
Minerals. Spawn more overlords. We require more minerals. The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack.
primal Zerg are destroying the rocks near the chrysalis.
The hive cluster is under attack. Spawn more overload. We require more minerals. The hive cluster is under attack.
The chrysalis has opened. Our queen is beginning to awaken.
The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Our allies are in combat. Our allies are in combat. Complete. Mutation complete. Our drones are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. We require more minerals. Spawn more overlords.
The primals have broken through the barricade. Defend the chrysalis.
My pack is strong. We claim essence. We devour. The broken Zerg remain. Collect their essence. Kill!
Yadra's forces are gathering. They are converging upon the hive cluster.
Okay, this is the final push, and it's really, really hard. And the key to this is don't hit spawn locus until like a minute or less. Even though you want to do it before that, if you do it before that, you're probably not going to make it.
The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Unacceptable command. The hive cluster is under attack.
Defend the chrysalis. The swarm will prevail.
The hive cluster is under attack. Our allies are in combat. Our allies are in combat.
Holy shit. I mean, wow. Talk about things heating up, Devatron. StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm. Kerrigan's gone primal, buddy. Guess who's back? The Queen of Blades. We'll see you in the next episode.